Hello Libra, welcome to this reading. We're going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Libra for the week of August 29th. Do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Let's go and see what we have here for you, Libra. Now I'm using the Tarot Muka as well as the Keepers of the Light Oracle deck. There are links to all of these decks in the description below if you'd like to pick them up for yourself. Do hope you're doing well. Hope things are going good for you. Make sure everything's in view, and then we'll get right into it. All right, I think that's looking just about good enough to me for right now. Put this up here, and then I'll also take 3 Oracle cards to clarify as we go along. All right. Cool. So Libra, there's something coming to an end here. I do not feel like this is something that is negative. In fact, I feel like that this is something that is being released from you. If you look at the 10 of Swords card in reverse, you can't see it actually on this illustration, but you would know that these swords, 10 of Swords in reverse, the swords are actually falling out of the person. That indicates being released from something. I get the sense that there's something that you are being released from in the future, okay? I get the sense that something's coming to an ending here. And I don't read reversals, but I felt that energy from the 10 of Swords, so I just read whatever comes to my mind. And that's the kind of idea that I see here for some of you here. I also think that there could be a really nice period of time showing up for you in this week or in the future, in the distance where things are going well. Let's go ahead and let's break this down a little bit more. So in the overall situation, you do have the 4 of Wands. So this could be about a marriage. This could mean that maybe some of you are attending a wedding, or maybe you're getting married, or some of you are attending a celebration of some type, or maybe even you are just celebrating. You can see that the people here on the card are celebrating. The 4 Wands represent being in a ceremony, or being in a ceremony. This is a major card of marriage in the tarot, but it can also represent your foundations and achievements in life. I think that there's something about celebration as you release something from you, or as you release something here from your life, or it's more of the feeling of something just being released, okay? And hopefully that makes sense. It's like sometimes things just kind of fall out for us naturally. We don't really need to try. That's kind of the energy that I'm getting for you at this time, Libra. In the past, you have the you have the Chariot and the 8 of Wands. Chariot is number 7. Some of you have traveled recently, or you've been traveling for some time, or you've been thinking about travel. Both of these cards can be travel cards. In fact, the Chariot is a card of travel by vehicle. The 8 of Wands is a card by travel, is a card indicating travel by flight. So vehicle, flight. It doesn't really matter. The idea here is that you have 2 travel cards. Some of you, this might have been important here in the past for you, something about a trip or traveling or something here. You do have the, but just breaking these cards down further, they're both extremely good cards. Both of these cards, it's this feeling of getting unstuck. Okay, I really get this energy of something falling out of your life, or something being released from your life in some ways here. And I think that this has been maybe kind of working under the surface for some time. It's possible that you haven't even been aware that this has been going on. The reason being is this Chariot card, you can think about it as like kind of moving forward. This person's like leaving where they used to live here. You can see the castles behind them. They're leaving where they used to live and they're going to distant lands. And this has been a struggle for them, but it's not something that they've let them, the struggle hasn't kept them from going for what they want. In fact, this talks about overcoming obstacles in one's life and really having some type of victory as well showing up. It is interesting. I'm being drawn to these wings here on the Chariot. something about flight for some of you, or something like this. You know, this could be a metaphor for like time to fly, right? Like time to leave the nest, time to go, time to move on from something. It's almost like some of you have done that recently. You also, the thing about the Eight of Wands is it's this idea of like accelerated motion. It's things moving ahead even more so than the Chariot. The Eight of Wands can really feel like a breath of fresh air. It's also good news that happens generally. It can also represent an event that happens so quickly that you're kind of left stunned. As you see this person here is kind of stunned and shocked on the card. It's a good sign typically, especially in this case because it's paired with very good cards to the left and to the right of it. And so, you know, I think some of you have there's been something that's been progressing and moving forward in your life. In the future, you have this Ten of Swords and the Six of Cups. Really don't feel like a negative energy from this. Again, I feel a releasing going on here for you. The Ten of Swords, it can be obviously very challenging unless it's up or unless it's reversed. I should rephrase that. It really depends on how you view the tarot, right? Like if you view the tarot as a more positive sort of tool to help enrich your life, then really that all of these cards, you can find a positive meaning in all of these cards. And the Ten of Swords is about releasing yourself from something that doesn't work or something that no longer serves you. It can also say that something is coming to an end, but there is a new chapter beginning and there's hope on the horizon for you as you kind of release something. Now, the Six of Cups is a memory of love, or it's something from the past. This could mean that some of you are letting go of painful childhood memories here in the future, something that's maybe held you back. This could be something that's falling out of your life here in the future with the Six of Cups showing up. The Six of Cups is all about not only like past situations or past events, but it is possible that some of you also need to kind of stop and smell the roses as well. As you kind of see this person here, well, you can kind of see it on this illustration, but the Six of Cups may say, hey, stay in the present moment because you never know, you never know what the future holds and the past has already happened. And so to the best of your ability, stay in the present moment when you get the Six of Cups. So let's get some more details on what this might be around. You have the Five of Cups. You have the Nine of Cups, Nine of Wands, and the Ten of Wands. Yeah, so my intuition was definitely right on this. There's absolutely something that is completing, something closing out, something coming to an end, something that's being completed in your life here. Ten of Swords and now a double confirmation here with the Ten of Wands. Tens in tarot represent completions, but not only that, we have two nines as well that have now sort of appeared here. And so the nine in tarot is like being so close to something. And a nine can also represent satisfaction, especially when it's the Ten of Cups or contentment. Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups is all about emotional contentment or satisfaction, feeling satiated in one's life. And this is also about wishes and dreams potentially kind of being fulfilled in one's life. It's a very positive card, one of the most positive cards. This is like, it's like the end of the day, it's Friday, it's the end of the day, you just worked a whole week, you have a couple days off, like it's that feeling wrapped up into a tarot card. That's what the Nine of Cups feels like. And so when you get this card, it says that there could be a really nice period of time in your life that you're embarking on. Now it's paired with the Five of Cups in the past. Five of Cups is the opposite energy. It's feeling like down or being in despair or feeling depressed or upset about something. But it feels like that hasn't held you back because you have this surrounded by this energy of continuing to push forward with the Chariot and the Eight of Wands. Again, so it's like there might have been something that has been a little bit challenging or shocking here in the past, but some of you have at the same time found contentment or satisfaction through that as well. Again, these two nines, I think, paired with the two tens is very important in this reading because for me to get a 9 into a 10, that means you've you've been met with resistance, but you didn't let the resistance hold you back. You crossed the finish line. The Nine of Wands is all about going one extra leg to cross the finish line, or going one extra step in order to realize that you're close to completing something. It can be about boundaries. It can be about something that is annoying you. It can be about frustration, but it's more about resilience and continuing forward. The fact that you have it next to its next card, 9 into 10 of Wands, for me is pretty significant that you are completing something. 10 of Wands can be about a burden, but in this case it's about a completion, okay? And some of you are doing it. Some of you are really going for it here. Let's go and take a look at what is in these 3 oracle cards. So you have charity, prayer, and contemplation. Connect with heaven, ask and you shall receive. You have Lady Venus, downloads and understanding. Truth is being revealed, deep insights are coming from heaven and the astral realm. And then you have Radha, soul flame, rediscover a lost part of yourself, experience relationship harmony and healing. You know, this could very well be about reconnecting, you know, a broken relationship or a lost relationship. I'm not getting anything romantic, although it could be. It certainly could be. But it's almost like maybe you're repairing a relationship that's maybe a family relationship or a friend relationship, maybe a childhood relationship or something like this could be on the board. You have one of my favorite oracle cards in this deck, Lady Venus. You know, when I see this card come forward in my own life, I've been working with this deck for years, since it came out, I think in 2017. I've been using this deck for a very long time. And I've noticed when I get this Lady Venus card, you know, I'll get like, you know, I'll hear song lyrics, or I'll hear like, I might be like, you know, walking down the street and I'll hear a song play that just happens at the right time, that has the right lyric, that kind of is really a synchronicity. Or I'll overhear people like just in their conversation saying something that I'm like, that's interesting that they said that. Or, you know, you're in the grocery store and then, you know, a song from your childhood comes on just as you're thinking about your childhood. Like, you know what I'm talking about, a synchronicity. Like these sorts of things can happen. You might also get dreams, like very deep dream messages when you get the Lady Venus card. So it's a very powerful card. It's one of my favorite ones here. And so this could be about, you know, relationship situations, romantic or non-romantic, but there's something here that looks very nice for you. You're going to feel free, you're going to feel good, you're going to feel like you've been released from something here in the future. Let's go ahead and start to clarify, but if you're enjoying this video so far, please do hit that like button and subscribe, as it really does help my channel grow in a big way. So you have the 8 of Pentacles, you have the Queen of Swords, and you have the Judgment card. All right, so taking a look here, it's almost like with the Queen of Swords, that really asks you to cut through the noise, asks you to cut through any of the nonsense, and it's a card of extreme focus on something. Some of you are focused on completing something in your life that's very important. You may have been working for a very long time on this here with the 8 of Pentacles. The 8 of Pentacles is the major card of talent in the tarot, or some sort of gift, skill, talent, or ability that really will keep you well provided for the rest of your life. And it says you have a uniquely special gift to share with the world. However, if you notice here, it's also, this is also symbolism for somebody who's working hard. You can see how hard they're working, they're breaking their back, but they're also working hard to get to the castle. And, you know, castles in tarot represents rewards and riches. Some of you have been spending a whole lot of time, like, I want to say like grinding, like doing, like working towards something, like diligently working very hard towards something, putting in a lot of effort into something. You have this Judgment card here, which is the final boss in the tarot, okay? It is the last hurdle. So you have 2 9s, which is like kind of, you know, resistance to get to the 10, but the Judgment card is even bigger, okay? It's even bigger. It is the final boss. It is the last push before you get to the world when you get the Judgment card. And it says that you are going through something challenging, but ultimately very, very rewarding and very fulfilling in your life. It is a good card, but a very serious card, like just an honestly, like, you know, sometimes we have to go through challenges, and this is the final boss for you. So let's go ahead and see what else we have here. You have the Page of Cups, and you also have the 5 of Swords. So the 5 of Swords is a card that makes you stronger. again, trying to put a positive spin on this as I do, because you can, like that's the way you can view, you can choose to view tarot in a positive way or not. But the Five of Swords is about some type of potential loss in one's life. However, it is a totally recoverable loss. The thing about the Ten of Swords is there's an element of finality, okay? If it's out of your life with the Ten of Swords, it's out forever. With the Five of Swords, it's recoverable. And so, you know, we see you clearly releasing yourself from something here. We see you clearly kind of going over one more hurdle with the 9s into the 10s and then the Judgment card. But it is also possible that there's this challenge here that is being brought forward to you from the universe for you to get stronger, which is what I see with the Five of Swords oftentimes. You have this Page of Cups, which is coming in interestingly. This could have been something romantic in the past that just didn't work out. Page of Cups can be about a love offer or just good love energy. It can also be about you creating a vision for yourself. Let's see what's at the top of the pyramid. Wow, okay, very nice. So at the top of the pyramid, you have the Wheel of Fortune, change and destiny, okay? The Wheel of Fortune is the card of your destiny. It's also a card of good luck and good fortune. It is a change though. It's one of the change cards. You're clearly closing something out. You know, there's clearly something that's being released, but your favorability looks very good at this time with the Wheel of Fortune at the top of the deck. Really love that for you. And the King of Pentacles, you being pragmatic and practical and using those kind of attributes to build a nice life for yourself and to continue building on everything that you've been already working hard on. So love this reading for you, Libra. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. Really appreciate you, and I will see you in the next reading.